Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. Check out this super gorgeous, warm, kind of graphic cat-eye French set. Super excited about this one. I loved it so much. If you're interested in seeing how I got this done, stay tuned. So as always, I'm just getting started working on myself this time. This is a part 2 actually to my collab video with Madam Glam. They were super awesome in sending me some items, and I have another video where I featured one of the gel polishes that I selected from their site. I will link that in the cards. It was a super fun, bright, kind of summery vibe set, and in this set we're going a little bit different, a little bit more warm, neutral, but a little bit graphic and edgy, but still, you know, pretty simple, but definitely featuring different colors and a completely different vibe. So check out that video as well. So, you know, as normal, I sprayed myself down with some alcohol and pushed back my eponychium area, and then I'm going in with this diamond skipper bit, and we are just scraping up any dead cuticle as possible. I did have a previous gel set on, like a gel tip set, so I took that down as low as I could, and we're just going to build on top of that. So instead of using a sanding band, I'm using the bit equivalent, and this is a crosscut bit. I got this from Nailz a while ago, and it pretty much does the same thing. It's just in metal bit form, and I figured I'd just use it. I saw it in my my bit holder. I was like, I haven't used you in a while. I don't feel like, you know, getting the mandrel and adding a sanding band, so that's what I'm doing. And I am using it to clean up any excess cuticle. It is safe for the natural nail and to buff the natural nail, etching it to make sure that we have a nice surface for whatever enhancement we're adding to kind of stick to. Nothing crazy. And so these tips I featured in that previous video as well. They are some nude, extra long square gel tips by Alchem Beauty. I love these tips. I love the shape. I love that they're not crazy super C-curve, and I love that they're nude, because you saw in that previous video they definitely helped to just give you a base nude color. Just super gorgeous. Love them. So I'm going to be reusing them in this video. One thing to keep in mind is that these gel tips are a little bit softer. I'm comparing them to the Après because that's the only other brand that I've used in terms of gel tips. They're a little bit softer in terms of how firm the tips are. On my previous set, after wearing them for about a week and a half, some of them actually cracked. They weren't that long. I actually cut them down, but I did, I think, crack about 2 of them in the middle of the nail. There isn't a lot of support for the length of this nail. The Après tips have a little bit more structure built into that base of the nail, even if you're using the natural, not the C-curve. This doesn't. It's a pretty flat nail, which I love aesthetically, but I did notice that it needs a little bit more support, so just keep that in mind when you're using it. So for me, I'm just going to roughly shape these tips around the cuticle area. These tips do come very kind of square at the cuticle base, so if that works for you, fine, but if not, do like I'm doing and just use a hand file to quickly, you know, curve out or round out that shape so that it fits, you know, as necessary. I'm going in with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol just to get rid of any dust or debris that might be on the surface of the nail. When doing these gel sets, you don't want dust to be around. Now just going in with my Après dehydrator. It's the prep 1 when you're using that Après set, and I'm just using it to dry out the nails. Then I'm going to etch these gel tips. I'm using the Après primer. I've seen people use acetone. That's something that I've been seeing around. You can use your sanding band to kind of etch. Well, that's close. Etch and sketch. Remember Etch-a-Sketches? Okay. Yeah, you can just use it to etch. There's many ways to do it, but I'm just using the primer. It just kind of works. And all it does is it kind of eats up the product of the tip so that the enhancement can stick really well. Now going in with the primer on my nails, want to make sure, get rid of any dust or lint. Yep, more lint. And I am just applying a nice coat to all of my nails. So something I'm going to be doing a little bit differently is using colored gel. So this is the Extend gel from Apres, but this is the Sasha color. Recently, well, not recently, maybe about a year or two ago, they came out with some colored Extend gels, and I love this color. I actually featured it in another video of mine when I did my birthday set from last year, and I really love it. I keep saying, like, if this comes in a polish form, I need that polish, but I am applying a nice coat of that to the nails. The reason why I decided to try this for this set is because the nude tips are nude, but they're a little bit sheerer around the actual nail plate area, so you can sometimes see the nail through that tip. So in an effort to kind of camouflage that, I decided to use a nude colored base gel. So we'll definitely see how that works. It came out really well, and it did give me nice camouflage so that I don't see my free edge through the sheer base of that nude area, because we are doing a French set. So I just figured this would be a good option. I'm taking my time and applying a nice coating of this nude Extend gel to my natural nails. I'm going to cure for 1 minute to lock them down. And it's time to apply these tips. So I have this new, I keep saying rubber gooseneck, is that what it's called? A new LED lamp. You can see it kind of sticking out to the right of the screen, and I just clamp it to my desk, and it's so freaking handy. I turn it on and work away from it, apply my tip and just slide my hand over. It is so handy in terms of these gel tips. I used to use like a little LED flashlight, put it in my mouth, click it, hold it in a certain direction. Like, we know that it's really hard to do these gel tips on your own, but having these freestanding lamps that just kind of sit there is so freaking helpful. Love it. One thing to keep in mind when applying these tips is make sure they are straight. My pinky is, a few of my fingers are a little bit wobbly. So again, in order to make sure that the tips come out straight, I like to look down the length of my finger, not at my fingertip, because if I apply that tip with my fingertip, it's going to be crooked. So I'm just taking care to apply really good force at the cuticle and then slowly roll the tip back down towards my nail. The bead of gel that I place at the base of the tip is going to roll to my free edge, and the moment it touches my free edge, I'm good to go, and I can move my hand under that light. So I'm just going to be doing that for all of my fingers, and I really love these nails. Like, I love the shape of these so much, but again, they are really flat, and even in this set, I experienced one nail crack on me, and it's just frustrating because they're just so gorgeous, but they need a little bit more structure. At this point, I'm totally loving these nails, but in an effort to add a little bit more structure to the nail, I'm actually going to be painting the bottom of each nail with the Extend gel. One, to continue that camouflaged color that we have on the nail bed area. You can see it's a little bit darker there because that's where the Extend gel was, and it's darker than the tip. So I'm using it to kind of extend that color, but also to add a little bit more strength to these tips because they were cracking on me. They're really gorgeous, but they are thin, and I've had multiple of them. Depending, I guess, on how long you're keeping them, but this this is an extra, extra long. It just needs structure. So I'm applying a good amount of it to the back of the nail. You can see it just kind of adds that color that I'm looking for. And then I'm going to cure my hand for a full minute to lock that down. Got to make sure to wipe off the backs of the nail because I added Extend Gel. We know that it has that inhibition layer. It will attract dust and debris. We don't want that. So I'm just taking a lint-free wipe and some alcohol and just giving them a good rub down. And I love these nails. Like, they're just so gorgeous. I'm actually not cutting them down. I'm challenging myself to wear these extra long nails. It's a slippery slope. I feel like, you know, sometimes I wear, you know, my nails a little bit shorter sometimes, but I feel like they're just getting longer and longer. And surprisingly to myself, they didn't cause any issues. Like, I was living my life as normal. I was going to work, I was typing fine. I was just like, dang, like, I can wear these long nails and live, and they're gonna slowly get longer and longer and longer. And I'm like, that's how it happens, right? You're looking at women and you're just kind of like, how do they live with these super long nails? They didn't start that way. They probably had like a medium length, and then it was like, I can manage a long, and then they wear a long, and then they're like, I can manage an extra long, and then next thing you know, they're wearing extendos and living and doing nails, and it's just fabulous. So I was just really surprised at myself that I wore these for as long as I did. It was about a week, 2 weeks, and I had no issues. I was just, you know, living life with long, gorgeous nails. So after that, I'm going in with this cuticle cylinder bit, and I'm just cleaning up that cuticle area. I love doing this. It just helps to clean up. I keep saying clean up, but it just helps to thin out that cuticle area so it's a little bit flush. You're kind of sealing it in and getting rid of any excess gel that might have oozed out, and excess tip. If the tip is standing up at the back of the nail, you can kind of thin it out so it looks more natural, like it's coming out of the nail versus it looking like a press-on. And in an effort to prep the surface of the nail, you can see how the color is really nice and uniform from adding the gel to the backs of the nail. Love that. I'm going back in with that same crosscut bit. It is the same texture as a sanding band, and I'm just etching the surface of the nail. I've seen people use acetone for this as well. I will definitely try that the next time I use gel tips, because it would probably just be faster, right? than getting, and then you don't have to deal with dust either. That makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to try that as well. But the purpose of this is just to give the nails a gritty surface so that whatever gel polish you apply on top has something to really stick to. At this point, they're really shiny and smooth, and you just want to make sure that you etch that surface so that your gel products have something to stick to. So back to the people helping out with this video, it is Madam Glam, and one color, this color in my right hand, that I have a video for. Definitely check that out. We did that really cool summer hot pink French, but today's video is going in a different vibe. We are using these two gorgeous kind of browny mauve kind of colors. The first one is this one. It is a gorgeous, guys, like I'm so in love with this color. It's called Oh Behave, and it's a nice kind of caramel chocolatey brown, but it's sheer. It doesn't look sheer in this set because we placed it on top of a gel tip that is nude, but it is gorgeous. I love this color, and I can so see myself wearing this in the fall. It's so my vibe. I'm loving it. So I'm going to be applying a full solid application of this gel color to my ring finger and just making sure that it's nice and even, cleaning up my sidewalls, getting rid of any excess. I don't want to warp this gorgeous shape of these nails. I'm a lover for a square nail, and you can kind of see how sheer it is on that nail. It's just super, super gorgeous, and I'm going to cure that and lock that down. So the star actually of this set is actually this polish. It's called Pandora, and it's a gorgeous kind of mulberry, caramel brown, mauve pink cateye polish, and it's called Pandora. So I'm going to be doing a kind of cool half graphic French. You see I've got my liner brush. I start from one side and draw the sidewalls up, and then I'm gonna, instead of connecting the French all the way around the nail to the other side, I'm gonna stop towards the middle and just paint it. That's what we're gonna be doing on 3 of the nails. So it is a cat eye polish, and at this point I have not cured these nails. I'm actually going in with a second coat of the cat eye polish. I just find that they work really well when you add a good layer of them. If you go in with a super, super thin layer, there may not be enough product so that when you go in with your magnet, it has something to move. So I haven't cured that first layer of this graphic French. I'm just going in with the gel polish and just adding a little bit more so that we have some products to move around. So the thing with cat eye polishes is that you need a magnet. The polishes that you order from Madam Glam do not come with a magnet, so you'll have to purchase that separately. But here, check this out. So at this point, they just look like a nice kind of chromy, chocolatey brown, but check this out. Oh, I'm just using the round edge of the magnet, and it works so well. You can kind of see how the magnet is pulling the metal, I guess, in the product to be round, it's super, super gorgeous. I love the effect. And then to play with it more, I'm using the square edge as well. And then we're getting this really cool kind of diamond cat eye effect on the French areas. Super, super, super cool and easy. And the great thing is that you can keep playing. There you go. You see how it's moving? It was so fun. I loved it. So I cured that to lock those down, and we've got that gorgeous effect on that graphic French. But then I was like, we need to see this on a full nail. So I am painting the entire pointer finger with this polish. And again, I'm going to go in with 2 coats just to make sure that we have enough on there so that the magnet has something to kind of pull. But just making sure to realize that you need to purchase a magnet if you're going to be using cat eye polishes from Not Polished. But you can get those from anywhere or even from the Madam Glam site. I do have a discount code. It will be linked down below in the description box. There's also a link there, the bit.ly link. If you click that link, then that 30% discount will be automatically applied to your cart. Otherwise, the code is there for you as well. Check this out with the magnet. So I'm just going to go in with the round edge right at the cuticle area, playing with it, and you're going to see, there you go, a tiny bit of that effect. And then I was like, I want there to be an effect across the whole nail. So I'm placing that long edge right across the middle, and you're gonna see, there you go, gorgeous, guys. Like, so freaking pretty. Just playing around with the magnet, pushing the product around, you can kind of see, there you go, beautiful. And it was nice and easy. Clean my sidewalls and cure. So we've got that gorgeous effect happening on these cat eye nails. Then I'm taking that same glossy sheer brown and just drawing a vertical line right along the edge of that same French, just to make it a little bit more graphic and to incorporate that brown a little bit more. I really love the colors of the set. It was muted, but the design was edgy, you know, so it wasn't too in your face, but it was just enough. I don't know, I liked it. So to make sure it had a little bit of something to help it pop, I'm going in with this white gel polish liner that I got from Amazon. Love these, they're super handy and fantastic and affordable. And I'm just outlining that French area. I just thought that it needed something to help it pop. The colors that we're using are fairly brown, nudie, and muted. I feel like the white just helped to bring it to the forefront just a little bit. So I'm trying to use as thin lines as possible and taking my time not to cover anything that's not supposed to be covered. That brown line that I did to the right or to the left, I'm not sure which direction it is, but the brown line that I did to the side of that French, I'm trying to make sure that I don't cover that line, and it just helps to make it pop a little bit. I don't think I liked that I extended the white line down, so I'm just going to clean that up with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol. Gotta love gel for that reason. And then just move on. I'm going to do this for all of the French nails. And here we are. Last thing that I'm going to be doing is adding some brownie kind of bling. So I've got these coppery rhinestones and I'm placing them right under that white dot that I did with the gel polish. Again, I gotta have a little bit of bling, but check out the cat eye effect. Like, it's so freaking pretty. I love this color. I think I'm addicted to cat eyes. I've done about 2 sets now on myself with cat eyes. And then I'm gonna go in with a small crystal AB rhinestone just for a little bit of sparkle. I mean, you can't not add rhinestones to a set. Like, I just love stones, but in like a minimal way is my thing, I guess. But yeah, I'm just using my Zule Bling adhesive, and we're adding just a super tiny rhinestone just to add to that graphic nature, and to give some interest to the other end of the nail, because right now the only thing that matters is the cat eye area. And for the nudie brown sheer nail, I'm just going to add some cuticle bling, about 2 or 3 stones. These are Swarovski rhinestones that I had from like some small packs I got from Michael's. And the cool thing about, you know, purchasing all of those is that they come in different cool color combinations. So I have some like really cool browns and beiges and things like that. So I'm just going to add a few pieces of bling right there. 3rd stone, perfect. Nice and simple, just a little bit of bling and we're happy. Last thing I'm going to do is use my Madame Glam top coat. It is a super gorgeous luxe top coat, and I am actually painting over these rhinestones. Those copper rhinestones are really, really cheap. I got them on Amazon, and I've used them before, and basically they're like painted stones to give that copper effect. So if you don't top coat them, by the end of the week they're like clear. So I know it's like super cringe, but it's for me. I'm painting over the rhinestones, no biggie, or at least the ones on these fingers. But the Swarovski ones on my middle ring finger, I am wiping those off so we can get that brilliance, but no biggie. I am going to clean my sidewalls, make sure that we do not warp that gorgeous shape of these tips, and then cure for a minute. The top coat is not a non-wipe, so you do have to wipe off that inhibition layer, but it leaves a super gorgeous luxe glossy finish. And then the set is basically done. And here is your final shot of the set. It is super gorgeous. First of all, look at the base color. You can see how cohesive and smooth it is. And you can't actually see my free edge of my natural nail. Check out the gorgeous cat eye effect happening on the French and on that pointer finger, and the beautiful glossy sheer brown. It's just a vibe. I really, really love this set. I think the white helped to pop it a little bit. Let me know if you like it. Like if you like, subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.